West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast. West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of the Caribbean Cricket Podcast. I'm one half the Caribbean Cricket Podcast, Mashal St. Patrick Hewitt, and we are just about, at the time of recording, 12 hours away from the start of the first ODI between Bangladesh and West Indies, the relegation six-pointer. There's still a long time to go before the cut-off point for the 2027 World Cup qualification mark. But God forbid West Indies have to go to another set of World Cup qualifiers. We've been good in ODIs as of late, certainly at home. And if you're watching this and you're yet to watch our preview video with Bangladesh cricket expert Tawhid Qureshi, please go and watch that particular video to get yourself amped up and ready for the start of the ODI series. A lot of pictures have been circulating online about the nature of the wicket ahead of this series. And unsurprisingly, it would appear to all intents and purposes that the pitches in Dhaka are going to suit spin. Now, I'd say that with a pinch of salt, because it could maybe it could be the double bluff and it could be a balanced pitch. But based on what I've read from the press conferences, what Phil Simmons has said, what the pitch looks like, most people are expecting a turner. Similar to what happened, you may remember, similar to what happened when we went to Sri Lanka last year and we were on the back of good ODI form. And then we turned up in Sri Lanka. I think we won the first ODI. And then the second two ODIs, Sri Lanka just basically said, oh, okay, we're in danger of losing an ODI series at home to West Indies. Let's just create two raging turners and completely nullify West Indies, because obviously spin is our kryptonite. I think Bangladesh will do something similar. And who could blame them? We're 5 points ahead of them in terms of ranking points. We're in the last spot for World Cup qualification. If I was them, I would, rig's the wrong word, but I would try and maximize and accentuate the advantages that being at home can bring them. The only saving grace for West Indies here, similar to when we went to Pakistan in the Test series, is sometimes you can overcook a pitch. So it is quite feasible and possible that Bangladesh create a pitch that helps the spinners and their spinners, and they bowl us down for 160. But because Bangladesh also can't bat, they could end up getting bowled down for 130. So we could be in for 3 games here, 3 very low scoring games where a score of 220 is a good score. I hope not. I hope that the pitches play better than that, but signs are not good at the time of recording. But more importantly than that, and why you would have clicked on this particular video, is because you're probably thinking, well, who do Caribbean Cricket Podcasts think should play in the first ODI against Bangladesh? And first, what I need to remind people is who played in the last ODI. It's always important to go back and remind yourself who played in the last ODI West Indies played. Now, remember we won 2-1 against Pakistan to maintain our positive home record. Remember, people, in ODIs at home since the disastrous World Cup qualifiers, West Indies have played 15 ODIs and won 10 of them. And we've won 4 out of 5 ODI series at home. Our home record in ODIs is good. Can you believe that? Actually pause and take that in. Take that in and let that marinate in your insides and on your head top, right? Our ODI form at home is good. We have won 4 out of 5 series at home in ODI cricket since World Cup qualifiers. You can't argue with it, right? Away from home, it stinks. So this is a chance to try and change that. We've won two matches out of 11 away from home. Now, the team that last played against Pakistan was as follows: Brandon King, Evan Lewis, Casey Carty, Shea Hope, Shafane Rutherford, Roston Chase, Gudakesh Moti, Justin Graves, Romario Shepherd, Shamar Joseph, Jaden Seals. And that team won against Pakistan by 202 runs. We made 294 for 6 in our 50 overs. Obviously, Shea Hope 120 for his 18th ODI ton. And then we bowled down Pakistan for 92, with Jaden taking 6 for 18, and Gudakesh Moti 2 for 37, Roston Chase 1 for 16, and Shamar Joseph and Romario Shepherd were very economical. So the question is, Sorry, the question is who plays tomorrow? Who lines up? Now let's go with the assumption that the pitch might spin tomorrow, right? Let me just put the team up as well. So see if we. Oh no, what do I want to do here? Sorry, people. Let's go with this. There we go. This is the ODI squad: Shea Hope, Alec Athanase, Akeem Orgis, Jadea Blades, Casey Carty, Roston Chase, Justin Graves, Amir Jangu, Shamar Joseph, Brandon King, Gudakesh Multi, Carrie Pierre, Shafane Rutherford, Jaden Seals, Romario Shepherd. Now, this is going to be a quick video, people, because I don't think there's too much to discuss here. Some people might want to do long-winded conversations, but you have to remember the team came off a win in their last ODI series. So even where players might have underperformed in that series, and yes, I'm looking at Brandon King, who only averaged 3 in the series, and Casey Carty only averaged 21. Shafane Rutherford only averaged 23. Yes, I'm looking at them. But Carty, remember, was one of our best batters has been one of our best batters in the last 12 to 18 months, right? Shafane Rutherford came off a standout year in 2024. The chances of us dropping a Carty and a Rutherford are nil. Like they're allowed to not have a good series, right? So when I looked at this team, I could only identify 2 spots that I think are open for debate. I think 9 of the 11 players picked themselves. Now, obviously, Evan Lewis opened alongside Brandon King in that Pakistan series, and Evan Lewis averaged 35 in that series at a strike rate of 100. Oh, sorry, a strike rate of 85. So someone has to replace Evan Lewis. Chances are, looking at that squad, that it's going to be Alec Athanase. That is what I am assuming, right? There's no other natural opener there. Yes, you could move Justin Graves up top, but think about it, right? I'm assuming Brandon King keeps his spot, right? So I'm assuming, therefore, that it's a right hand, left hand. Even with King having averaged 3 versus Pakistan, I think he keeps his spot, certainly for the first game, right? So you probably want right hand, left hand. So the most obvious choice, you're either going to go Amir Jangu or you're going to go Alec Athanase. And I just think they'll give it to Athanase, particularly in light of the fact that more than likely they're expecting the pitch to spin. Right, so I think Alec Athanase gets the opener spot for this particular for the first game of this series. So I have Brandon King and Alec Athanase opening. Casey Carty comes 3, Hope comes 4, Rutherford 5, Chase nominally 6, but obviously Chase can move around quite a lot. Graves 7, Multi nominally 8. But he is a floating batter. They could easily move Multi up to 4 or 5. They could easily have Multi come 8. It depends on situations for Multi. So I'll say that again. So my top 8 is relatively unchanged. King, Athanase, Carty, Hope, Rutherford, Chase, Multi, Graves. I have Graves in. Graves wasn't dismissed against Pakistan. I think they'll want him for the seam bowling option, right? Then I have Romario Shepherd out. Right, so in that Pakistan series, Romario Shepherd with the ball played in all 3 matches. He only bowled 2 matches. He played in 2 matches. He bowled 9 overs, none for 30 across the 2 matches. Economy 3.3, which is good. Obviously, with the bat, he scored 4 runs. Right, let me tell you something. Romario Shepherd's ODI record. He's now played 39 ODI matches, right? With the ball, he's taken 33 wickets at 41 apiece. Are you hearing what I'm saying? With the ball in ODI cricket, Romario Shepherd has taken, in international cricket, has taken 33 wickets at 41 apiece. And with the bat, he averages 17. Are you lot hearing what I'm saying? So Romario Shepherd, for me, is not a locked certainty in this side. He's been picked for the longest while like he is a certainty. But when you start to unpick Romario Shepherd's performances, you have to start asking yourself some serious questions about, can we justify him always being a certain pick? So in light of the fact that I expect this pitch to spin and I want 3 spin options, I have Shepherd out. Now, some might say to me, but Mash, what about his explosive batting at the back end? You need Romario because of that explosive option he offers. And yes, there is an element of truth to that. But if you can't get that option out of, do you really need, if you have Romario Shepherd in your side, you're batting all the way down to 9. I would rather have an actual frontline bowling option than overstack the batting. If you can't put a competitive total up with batting down to 8, and I'm including Graves at 7 and Multi at 8 here, you shouldn't have to need Romario Shepherd as well. You need to, for me, take out Shepherd, pick a frontline bowler, assume that Bangladesh are going to produce a Turner, and you put Carrie Pierre in. Whether Carrie Pierre is good enough to be there or not, time will tell. You can't base it. I don't think you can base Carrie Pierre's selection off how ineffective he was against India in the Test series. This is white ball cricket. I think Carrie Pierre's bowling style suits white ball cricket more so than it will suit Test cricket. But time will tell. So, I mean, get in the comments below. Not all of you will agree with me, but I have Carrie Pierre in. And then obviously Jaden Seals and Shamar Joseph. So this is my 11 for the first ODI, people. Please get in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Brandon King, Ali Cathanase, Casey Carty, Shea Hope, Shafane Rutherford, Roston Chase, Justin Graves, Gudakesh Multi, Carrie Pierre, Shamar Joseph, Jaden Seals. So that gives me two seam options, Joseph and Seals, 1 seam all-rounder, Graves, 2 frontline spin options, Multi and Pierre, and a backup spin option in Roston Chase. That's 6 bowlers there. Probably 3 of them in Multi, Joseph and Seals. Carrie Pierre's jury is out. You would consider complete frontline bowlers. Chase and Graves between them should be able to make up 10. You have to assume Carrie Pierre bowls all of his 10 as well. Let me know. Get in the comments below. I'm not saying that I'm right. That's just the team that I would play for the first ODI versus Bangladesh. Little quick video there because the match starts in 12 hours. We don't need to over talk this. Let me know in the comments below what you think. On the way out, like, share, subscribe, follow us on all the social media handles. Road to 15k YouTube subscribers. We're nearly there, to be honest. We've gone from 14 to nearly 15 in about 2 days or something. So run up the likes, run up the algorithm. And if you want to support the Caribbean Cricket Podcast, head to www.patreon.com/CaribCricket. Every little bit helps and counts. And I've also dropped a new article on Caribbean Cricket News today. Bad boy article looking at, I've called it, could a 2-tier system save Test cricket from itself? But more importantly, I've then done a massive deep dive. I interviewed Johnny Grave, interviewed Jimmy Adams, looking at the arguments for and against West Indies playing in a 2-tier Test system and how viable it is in the current cricketing climate. So subscribe to Caribbean Cricket News. Yes, some people are like, oh, Mash, it's quite expensive. Well, don't subscribe then. But if you're somebody who wants to read top quality articles on West Indies cricket, because it's sorely lacking, I back myself to write much. Thing is, I'm a triple threat. I can do this podcast thing. I can write top quality stuff if you want me to. I can commentate. Oh, yeah, I'm triple threat out here. Dunce and Bolsey. So if you like, share, subscribe. I'll be Mashal St. Patrick here at one half of the Caribbean Cricket Podcast. And I'll be back very, very soon with some more content. Lock in, stay locked. Peace.
West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast.